The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are a powerful economic force. These countries, each with their unique cultural and economic landscapes, have come together to form a coalition that aims to challenge the existing global financial order. Their combined economic might is not just a statistic, it represents a significant shift in the balance of global power. They represent a significant portion of the world's population and economic output. With over 3 billion people, these nations account for nearly 40% of the global population. Their economies, diverse and dynamic, contribute to about a quarter of the world's GDP. From the bustling markets of India to the technological hubs of China, the BRICS nations are a testament to rapid economic growth and development. Now, these nations are seeking to reshape the global financial order. They are not just content with being major players in the global economy, they want to redefine the rules of the game. By leveraging their collective economic strength, they aim to create a more balanced and fair financial system that reflects the realities of the modern world. Their ambition? To create a new currency that challenges the dominance of the US dollar. This proposed currency is not just a financial instrument, it is a symbol of their desire for greater autonomy and influence in global affairs. The US dollar has long been the world's primary reserve currency, but the BRICS nations believe it is time for a change. This bold move has the potential to revolutionize global trade and finance. By introducing a new currency, the BRICS nations hope to reduce their dependence on the US dollar and mitigate the risks associated with currency fluctuations. This could lead to more stable and predictable trade relationships, benefiting not just the BRICS countries but the global economy as a whole. The BRICS nations share a common goal: to establish a more equitable and multipolar world. They envision a global financial system where power is more evenly distributed and no single country has undue influence. This vision is rooted in their shared experiences of economic and political marginalization and their desire to create a more inclusive and just world order. They believe that the current global financial system dominated by the US dollar is outdated. The US dollar's dominance has its roots in the post-World War II era, a time when the global economic landscape was vastly different. Today, the BRICS nations argue, the world needs a financial system that reflects the diverse and interconnected nature of the global economy. This system, they argue, no longer reflects the economic realities of the 21st century. The rise of emerging economies, technological advancements, and shifting geopolitical dynamics have fundamentally changed the global economic landscape. The BRICS nations believe that a new financial system is needed to address these changes and ensure sustainable and inclusive growth. The BRICS currency is their answer to this challenge. It represents their collective aspiration for a more balanced and fair global financial system. By pooling their resources and expertise, the BRICS nations hope to create a currency that can stand toe-to-toe with the US dollar and other major currencies. This new currency could facilitate trade and investment among BRICS countries, reduce transaction costs, and enhance economic cooperation. The journey towards this new currency is not without its challenges. There are significant technical, political, and economic hurdles to overcome. However, the BRICS nations are committed to this ambitious project. They have established working groups and task forces to address these challenges and develop a roadmap for the new currency. Their efforts are supported by a growing number of countries and international organizations that share their vision for a more equitable global financial system. The success of the BRICS currency could have far-reaching implications. It could inspire other regional and international alliances to pursue similar initiatives, leading to a more diversified and resilient global financial system. It could also encourage greater innovation and collaboration in the financial sector, as countries and institutions seek to adapt to the new realities of a multipolar world. As the BRICS nations continue to work towards their goal, the world watches with anticipation. Their efforts represent a bold and visionary attempt to reshape the global financial landscape. Whether they succeed or not, their initiative has already sparked important conversations about the future of the global economy and the need for a more inclusive and balanced financial system. A new alliance is rising, and its impact could be felt for generations to come. The BRICS nations are not just seeking to change the world, they are striving to create a better future for all. Their journey is a testament to the power of collaboration, vision, and determination. As they move forward, they carry with them the hopes and aspirations of billions of people around the world. The motivation behind the BRICS currency is multifaceted. The BRICS nations, comprising Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, have been exploring the idea of a common currency for several years now. This initiative is driven by a combination of economic, political, and strategic factors that aim to reshape the global financial landscape. One key driver is the desire to de-dollarize. The US dollar has long been the dominant currency in international trade and finance, but this dominance comes with significant drawbacks for other countries. By reducing their reliance on the dollar, BRICS nations hope to gain greater control over their own economic destinies. BRICS nations are increasingly uncomfortable with the US dollar's outsized influence. The dollar's dominance means that the US has a disproportionate amount of control over the global financial system. This can lead to situations where the economic policies of the US have far-reaching impacts on other countries, often to their detriment. They see the dollar's dominance as a tool for US foreign policy. The ability of the US to impose economic sanctions and other financial measures on countries that do not align with its policies is a significant concern. By creating a new currency, BRICS nations aim to insulate themselves from such external pressures. This can create vulnerabilities for countries that rely heavily on the dollar. For instance, fluctuations in the value of the dollar can lead to economic instability in countries that use it for trade and reserves. A BRICS currency could provide a more stable alternative, reducing these vulnerabilities. Another motivation is the promotion of economic cooperation among BRICS nations. By adopting a common currency, these countries can strengthen their economic ties and create a more integrated market. This would facilitate smoother transactions and foster a sense of unity and shared purpose. A common currency could facilitate trade and investment within the bloc. It would eliminate the need for currency conversion, making cross-border transactions more efficient and less costly. This could lead to an increase in trade and investment flows among BRICS countries, boosting their collective economic growth. It could also reduce transaction costs and exchange rate risks. Businesses would no longer have to worry about fluctuating exchange rates affecting their profits. This stability would make it easier for companies to plan and invest for the long term, fostering a more conducive environment for economic development. This would be particularly beneficial for emerging economies within the BRICS group. These countries often face higher transaction costs and greater exchange rate volatility, which can hinder their economic progress. A common currency could help mitigate these challenges, providing a more stable and predictable economic environment. The idea of a BRICS currency is not without its challenges. Creating a new currency requires significant coordination and agreement among the member countries. There are also technical and logistical hurdles to overcome, such as establishing a central bank and setting monetary policy. However, the potential benefits make it a compelling proposition. A BRICS currency could enhance the economic sovereignty of its member nations, reduce their dependence on the US dollar, and promote greater economic cooperation and integration. It represents a bold step towards a more multipolar world, where no single country holds disproportionate sway over the global financial system. As the world continues to evolve, the BRICS nations are positioning themselves to play a more influential role in shaping the future of global finance. The creation of a common currency is just one of the many ways they are challenging the status quo and seeking to build a more balanced and equitable international economic order. Creating a new global currency is a monumental task. It involves not just the creation of a new form of money, but also the establishment of a comprehensive financial system that can support it. This process requires the collaboration of numerous experts in various fields, including economics, finance, technology, and international relations. The goal is to create a currency that is stable, reliable, and widely accepted on a global scale. The BRICS nations face significant challenges in establishing their currency. These countries, which include Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, have diverse economies and political systems. This diversity can make it difficult to reach a consensus on key issues related to the new currency. Each country has its own economic priorities and concerns, which must be taken into account in the development of the currency. One major hurdle is creating a common currency framework. This framework must be designed to accommodate the unique economic conditions of each BRICS nation. It must also be flexible enough to adapt to changes in the global economy. This requires careful planning and coordination among the member countries. The framework must address issues such as exchange rates, monetary policy, and reserve management. These are complex issues that require a deep understanding of both domestic and international economics. This framework must address issues such as exchange rates, monetary policy, and reserve management. Exchange rates determine the value of the new currency relative to other currencies. Monetary policy involves the management of the money supply and interest rates to achieve economic stability. Reserve management involves the accumulation and management of foreign exchange reserves to support the new currency. Each of these issues requires careful consideration and coordination among the BRICS nations. Reaching a consensus on these complex issues will require significant coordination and compromise. The BRICS nations must work together to develop a currency that meets the needs of all member countries. This will involve extensive negotiations and discussions. Each country will need to make concessions and compromises to achieve a common goal. This process will require strong leadership and a commitment to cooperation and collaboration. Another challenge is developing a robust and reliable payment system. This system must be able to handle the massive volume of transactions that would be conducted in the BRICS currency. It must be efficient, secure, and user-friendly. This requires the development of advanced financial technology and infrastructure. The payment system must be able to process transactions quickly and accurately with minimal delays or errors. This system must be able to handle the massive volume of transactions that would be conducted in the BRICS currency. The volume of transactions will be enormous, given the size and economic activity of the BRICS nations. The system must be scalable to accommodate future growth and changes in transaction volume. It must also be resilient to disruptions and able to recover quickly from any technical issues or failures. It must also be secure and resistant to fraud and cyber attacks. Cybersecurity is a critical concern in the development of the new currency. The payment system must be designed to protect against hacking, fraud, and other forms of cybercrime. This requires the implementation of advanced security measures and protocols. The system must also be regularly updated and maintained to address new and emerging threats. Building such a system will require significant investment and technological expertise. The BRICS nations will need to invest heavily in the development of the new currency and its supporting infrastructure. This includes investments in technology, cybersecurity, and financial systems. The development of the new currency will also require the expertise of skilled professionals in various fields. This will involve collaboration with international experts and organizations to ensure the success of the new currency.